All right, so it's been about 7 days of the fermentation, and we used instant yeast. And again, it was allowed to feast on the sugars that were just part of regular grapefruit juice. Okay, so for about a week, and it resulted in some kind of phase separation. You can see that that separation is obviously present in that sample number 3, where you have a more concentrated part collecting at the bottom. Obviously it's more dense, probably consists of yeast that was reacted and unreacted, as well as any other fluids that may have been produced. And so what we did here is we had the top fluid, as I show here, separated from the bottom fluid. So we emptied that vial, and then I did a twofold dilution, and then I submitted that to a test using this alcohol breast milk test. And actually it works quite well. It's very sensitive to alcohol detection. You can see that the tip of this test strip indicates that there is alcohol present between 20 mg per deciliter and 40 mg per deciliter in that topmost fluid. The stuff that was mostly, I mean, it wasn't completely transparent, but it was definitely more translucent and transparent relative to that collected aggregate at the bottom of the test tube. So then if we come over here, again, I use a twofold dilution. That's what you're seeing here in the left beaker relative to the right, where you have a lot more of those bulk solids. It was a minor dilution, of course, but I wanted to be fairly consistent with it in terms of being twofold dilution. And again, I just used RO water. For the dilution, I submitted it, the test, to the alcohol content examination, and you can see that it is pretty rich, and you can see that it's going to trend more towards that 80 mg per deciliter up to 300 mg per deciliter. The point is that the richer alcohol content is going to be found within this mixture that is not very clear, and it's certainly not just liquid only, but it's going to have some residual yeast that had been unreacted, as well as that had reacted with the original grapefruit juice. So there's your alcohol fermentation analysis with instant yeast and grapefruit juice.